This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 6, and it reads, Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders at Great Millstone that rule well, that teach well, that taught me this truth. Peace, love, and salutation to the Ba'ath Dawadah, which is the host of David, which is the elect. Shalom. A shalom to your sincere Akim and sincere Akwaf that follow the Lamb wherever it goes. Shalom. This your brother Yanaga here from the Providence, Rhode Island camp, coming back to you again with another video. And again, signs, right, that the Lord is on his way. Okay? No, I just want to cover this here real quick. I'm not going to make this here too long, right? But it's a drastic event over there, earthquake that happened over there in Venezuela. Okay, I have the video queued up real quick. So again, man, we're just gonna get right straight into it. All right, so let's get right into it. Before we get right into it, this is YouTube disclaimer. It says copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Fair use.
A 7.1 magnitude earthquake rocking Venezuela and separate quakes reported in California and Japan. I want to show you some of the video. We are just now getting into it. These chaotic moments on the streets of Caracas, dust filling the air after the capital there in Venezuela felt that intense shaking. You see people walking around, some of them looking confused. A baseball game coming to a halt, people running for safety. You see the light fixture up there swaying, people running for safety to the center of the field.
Right.
Just hours before that, we saw a 5.6 quake hitting Northern California, knocking shelves of food to the ground. We're also following a 6.9 quake in Japan with tsunami advisories in effect there. There's a lot going on, a lot to watch. We've got Bill Karen standing by. But I want to start with Aaron Gilchrist joining us now because it seems that the most significant of these is the one that just happened late today in Venezuela. Aaron, what do we know about the possibility of any injuries, about how people are doing there?
Yeah, less than an hour ago this happened, Hallie, and at this point there aren't any reports about any serious injuries or any major damage having happened here, but obviously a 7.1 magnitude earthquake is a major earthquake, and this was one that happened a little after 6 o'clock Eastern time, apparently in the northwestern part of Venezuela, so putting it very much near the coast of Venezuela, the Caribbean coast of Venezuela. There are reports that there could have been some of the shaking felt in parts of Colombia, and as you've been saying, this video that we're seeing now out of the Caracas area, which is more than 100 miles away from where we believe the epicenter of this earthquake was, and still we see the shaking. You see people who felt that shaking running into the streets, getting reports about buildings with cracks potentially in some of these buildings. We've been hearing reports about bottles being knocked off of shelves in stores in this area, and obviously people very much concerned about their safety, running into the streets, trying to get to safe spaces, potentially to open spaces in case there were any buildings that might collapse. And again, at this point, an hour after this earthquake happened, we are not getting any reports about any buildings that have collapsed or seen any major damage or any reports about people having been injured. Hallie, there are alerts that have been posted by the National Weather Service in this country about the potential for tsunamis in this area. An earthquake of this magnitude near the coast could potentially send waves to neighboring islands into the Caribbean Netherlands, into Aruba. There are reports about advisories at least being posted for Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands to be on the lookout for potentially tsunami waves. Hallie.
Aaron Gilchrist, we'll look to see if we get more video coming into us too. I know our teams are on top of that. Aaron, thanks.
Okay, so there you have it, man. Okay, and prayers is going to be sent out, to that brother down there in the United States, Virgin Islands, right? The brother Nabala, right? And to the brothers them, that's in that area, man, that the Lord protect them, man. All right, because again, remember, these are signs that the Lord is on his way, right? So let's grab those two. This is 2 Ezra 9:1. It says, he answered me, and then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And how do you measure the time diligently in itself? Right? You look at current world events, or right, geopolitically, right? And you link it up with the scriptures, man. All right? The scriptures say the things that are written before time were written for our learning, man. So we have to understand that the Lord has given us these things to gauge the time of his coming, man. Okay? It says, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? So the Lord is on his way, man. Okay? Make it known that the Lord is on his way. All these frequent earthquakes, man. And it's not just this one single earthquake, but this one earthquake here is a massive, man. Okay, a 7.1. Okay, that's a massive earthquake, man. Okay. But again, there's a lot of earthquakes. Hundreds and thousands of earthquakes happening all throughout the four corners of the earth, man. All right. On a rapid scale, man. Okay, but again, this is the sign that the Lord is on his way. It says, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the day that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifested, right? So let's grab that one in, why not? Why not, right? Let's grab it in Matthew 24, okay? Matthew 24, I started 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciple came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world, right? End of what world? Okay, Esau Edom's hegemony, man, his kingdom, man. Okay, as the scriptures say in 2 6 and 9, okay, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, right? So again, the world that is going into is you know, rulership, right? Esau's Edom hegemony. Okay. Now it says here, verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, or Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Okay, so you have a lot of people that's out there calling themselves, you know, that they're Yahushua, and you know, they're anointed, you know, these false prophets. Who goes into these false prophets, right? So again, it says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Right? This is going into the signs, right? Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, so you're going to see civil unrest. You're going to see wars and rumors of wars. You're going to see earthquakes. You're going to see famine. You're going to see pestilence at an all-time high. You're going to see deletion at an all-time high. You're going to start to see a lot of things, man. And these are the signs that the Lord has told us to look out for, man. Okay. And many, many other more signs, man. Okay. You're going to start to see like the blood moon. You're going to start to see eclipse. You're going to start to see a lot of other things, man, that the Lord has told us to look out for, man. Okay. The river of Euphrates being dried up, right? So on and so forth, right? It says, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquake in diverse places. Okay? You see that word earthquake there again, right? In diverse places, many other places, right? All these things are the beginning of sorrow. So these things are only just the scratching of the surface, man. These things are only going to be the scratching of the surface, because the destruction that's about to come upon the face of the planet Earth by the way of Yahushua in those thermonuclear missiles and in those chariots, man. Okay, it's going to be the elect is going to have to be lifted up off of the face of the planet Earth, man. The scriptures say that the world shall rock to and fro like a drunkard, man. Okay, so it says, verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and shall make ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. All right. So again, man, we gotta understand, man, that the signs and the times that we're in, by gauging it according to what the scriptures are saying, man, and linking it up to current events, man. Okay. Prophecy, man. Prophecy, that's what it's all about, man. Prophecy. So, again, okay, doom and gloom, right? The worst is yet to come, man. All right? Doom and gloom, the worst is yet to come. Evils and only evils. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory. Go see Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakodah. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.